Shalom. Imagine coming out of Egypt after great miracles, 10 plagues over your enemies, the Egyptians, and for the first time going out to freedom, being in front of the sea, surrounded by the desert, your enemies running after you. Where do you turn? What do you do? We all have situations in our lives where we try, we get out of a situation, we start a new habit, but suddenly there's a blockage and the past is running after us. What do we do? Well, in this time, 4 different groups formed themselves. One group said, it's time to go back to Egypt. We're going to be slaves again. Another group said, no, it's time to fight. We will fight against the Egyptians and we'll show them how we can beat them. Another group just decided to completely give up. And it's time to throw ourselves in the water and just give up. And the 4th group decided this is a moment for prayer. God, help us! God did not accept any of these 4 groups. He said there's a solution, but the solution is in none of the 4 opinions. Why? Why in the world would you want to go back to Egypt? Egypt, 210 years you suffered, you've been liberated from the camps, you want to go back to your enemy? What is wrong with you? Well, this phenomenon is actually something that happens often to people that go out of jail, people that were in captivity, and find their comfort zone is more interesting than a new horizon. They even made an experience with primates, with monkeys, where every day they put under a bowl, under one of the 3 bowls before the monkey, a banana. And he looked, and every day it would be fun, he would find his banana. On the 30th day, they decided to surprise the monkey with something which is a delicacy, something the monkey really loves more than bananas. And what was that? Lettuce. For those of you who don't know, monkeys prefer lettuce to bananas. So they put lettuce. And when the monkey did not find his banana, what happened? He went bananas. Exactly. Why? Because the monkey got used to having a certain thing. He expected it. And because he didn't have what he expected it, even when we presented something better, he wasn't ready to give it up. So this happens to every single one of us. We get out of our Egypt and we ask ourselves, oh, it's true, I started a new habit, but I have a blockage. I'd rather go back to what I was before. Most people that go on diets and go off their diets gain 2 pounds more than they were before they started the diet. They just want to be comfortable. That's not an option. Another group decided, no, it's time to fight. Let's fight! What is that? It means, let's fight with our past. Let's see how we're going to be able to blame somebody. Let me blame my mother. Let me blame my father. Let me blame my upbringing. Let me blame my dysfunctional family or lack of means for who I am today. I want to fight with my past. Fighting with your past will not get you anywhere. And therefore, this 2nd group as well is disqualified. The 3rd group decided that it's time to give up. Giving up? What do you mean giving up? Yes, it's time to give up. That's it. It's like these people that start something new and it's difficult. It's hard. Our sages teach us that kol atchalot kashot, whatever new you start is going to be hard. But they decide to give up. They're already thinking negative thoughts. What's going to happen? I know a gentleman that, thank God, made it very well and then had to move to America from Venezuela. And he had a house, and he thought, I'm going to sell my house, and I'm going to lose it all, and I'm going to try, and I'm not getting the permits to open my store, and this is tough, and that is tough, and so on. And he was worried and worried. One day I said to him, 1 second. When you had to get married, you thought you couldn't do it, and you did it, right? And when you bought your house, you thought you couldn't do it, and it happened, right? And when you first had your first child, and your second, and so on, you thought it wasn't going to happen, and it happened, right? Why in the world are you putting your mindset in such a negative place to think, to already give up? The same God that helped you when you were going out of all your troubles to new situations will help you now as well. And therefore, that group that wanted to give up is disqualified. The fourth group, you would say this is the most holy thing you could do. It's a time for prayer. No, it's not a time for prayer. There's a time for everything. One day, a Chassid, a follower of the Baal Shem Tov, decided to prepare a barrel of wine with his own hands. He prepared wine to give the Baal Shem Tov. But when he crossed the border, the non-Jewish officer opened the barrel and wanted to check that it's not alcohol, it's not vodka. He tasted it and he said, you're right, it's good. You can go through. At that moment, the wine got disqualified and became non-kosher. When the young man, the follower of the Baal Shem Tov, came to him and said, why did this happen to me? I made so much efforts. I planted, I did everything. Why? Asked the Baal Shem Tov, did you pray that you should be successful? And he said, no. I didn't know I had to pray for something good too. I was doing something good. He said, for that you have to pray as well. Here we see in this story that it's true you need to pray. But prayer without effort doesn't work. And therefore, that group too is disqualified. To all of them, there is one answer, and one only. Daber el bnei Israel v'yisau. Speak to the Jewish people and tell them to cut it out and just go. Go forward. Go to the next level. Just start walking already. In life, we have a lot of Egypt in our mind. We might have gotten out of our Egypt, but the limitations are still in our head. And therefore, we find ourselves going back, fighting back, giving up, or asking for a salvation. When really, the tool is in our hands. I had a rabbi that I once spoke to by the name of Rav Mendel Futterfast, a rabbi that was incredible, sacrificed his life to build mikvahs in Russia and to spread Judaism, and was even in a camp for 14 years till he was liberated. We asked him, my friend and I, Rabbi, what is the best resolution one can take to improve? We thought he would say, meditate, pray, do this or that. He said, the best terachlote is maise bepoel. The best resolution you could ever take is take action. So, next time you ask yourself questions, stop thinking, stop looking in the past. Take actions. Right now. Just do it. Shabbat Shalom.